Hey guys, and I recently updated the look of this YouTube page with a new logo and channel art. I'm really big on graphic design and I know some of you out there are the same, so today I'm going to show you a little bit of the creative process that went into designing the new logo for my channel. It all started with a rough sketch on paper. I decided I want to keep this simplified camera look because it really says a lot about what this actually is. Sure, it's a tech channel, but I don't use filmmaking to help me discuss tech. I use tech as a subject for my filmmaking, so that camera made a lot of sense. I also wanted some sort of depth in the design as opposed to just a flat looking picture, so I decided to add a few little less visible shapes behind the design. The next step from there was to sketch out a draft on the computer using a drawing tablet, and I'll go into more detail on that in another video, but after I was happy with the design, it was time to start on the graphics. In terms of the software, there are of course the tried and true classics like Photoshop and Paint, but what I used today was something with a little bit less of a name but still claims to pack the same punch. This is BIFF for Mac. It's one of the many products offered by Melbourne-based software company The Escapers, and it's a vector graphics application, so that's to say that whatever you design here, you can make bigger or smaller depending on what you need it for, with no loss of quality, similar to Adobe Illustrator in that way. It has a couple of common presets for things like iOS and macOS icons, as well as a few cool designs to give you ideas, but probably the more important feature is the tutorials offered both in-app and online. On the welcome screen, there are detailed walkthroughs for some of the most common actions and tools, but they also have a YouTube playlist filled with many more tutorial videos for you to learn from. Anyway, things were really hard to get used to on BIFF, and it took a lot of time to get anything done really, but what's awesome about Mac is that I worked on it for a while at my desk, then after a little bit of that, I just airdropped the file onto my laptop and went on from there, so that was a huge help. After days of working at it, I ended up with this, and that's what went on to be the logo for the channel, and I'm pretty happy with it. As for the channel art, it was just a case of quickly changing the dimensions of the file, then moving a few things around. Having used BIFF for a couple of weeks now, here's what I think. It's a piece of software I definitely enjoy, but it's not without its flaws. First and foremost, it's really different from all the others like it. I'm someone who grew up using Photoshop and Illustrator, but this is completely new to me. Most of my time was spent looking for different tools and functions that are there, but placed in really weird sections of the program. Also, it lacks a few of the key basics. Most notably for me is the option to draw and paint using something like a graphics tablet, so it's not as feature-packed as the powerhouses like Photoshop, CorelDRAW, Illustrator, and some others. I'd say this isn't too big of a deal because what it lacks in the basics it makes up for in unique features like the built-in text with image fill and things like that. And on top of that, it costs a fraction of what the others do. Bottom line, if you've never learned graphic design on a different program and are looking to get your foot in the door, BIFF is a really good option for you. If you don't have a large budget, BIFF is also a great option for you. If however you've spent some time with something like Photoshop or CorelDRAW on your school computers or wherever else, it might be a little too different for you. That brings this video to a close, and on that note, I'd like to say if you're one of the 3 people subscribe to this channel, thank you very much. The support I've been getting in the comments has been really helpful in letting me know what I'm doing right and what I need to work on. If you enjoyed this video, let me know by giving it a like down below, and thank you so much for watching. I'll see you guys soon.